You speak as though I have conquered death. I live death every day. I am surrounded by it, smothered by it. Look at you now. He would have everlasting life. You seek to defy death, yet you cannot even defy sleep. And our like sleep is to death. It is a painted death.
Battle Brick, Battle Brick, Battle Brick Road. The Battle Brick Road to 100K begins now. You're not in Kansas anymore. Wait, what? Eric Weathers literally lives in Kansas? The Battle Brick Road to 100K. You're not in Kansas anymore. But Eric Weathers is. Be a part of it. Let's make it happen. The Battle Brick Road to 100K. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. Battle Brick Road, only on Indiegogo.
A casket is the thing. I love to take a bath in a casket. In a casket you never leave a ring. By candlelight I soak and sniff carnation. In my casket that's squeaky and old. I love to take a bath in a casket. In my casket I can never catch a cold. I love to take a bath in a casket I raise. I love to take a bath in a casket, although I take my showers in a grave.
Hey, it's the Diaz brothers from Zate Comics, and we're back with our latest campaign, bringing together all the greatest artists and talent that CG has to offer. So take a look at...
Whoa! I'll take it from here, Diaz brothers. What up, people? It's your boy, Mr. CG. Allow me to be your tour guide on the biggest, bounciest beach party book in CG history. CG Vacation! We got bodacious beach spots springing up from the biggest properties in indie comics. Baby, you don't need those guns when you got these guns, you know what I'm saying? Featuring art from the industry's heavy hitters, as well as the best new CG talent. I'm talking Dale Keown, Billy Tucci, Auntie Bear, Shaft and Jenny, Rennie Draws, and many more, rubbing ink on hot properties you love, like Pit, Sheep, FirstNet, Sovereign Wolf,
Cyberfrog,
Shanu, the Lucent, Downcast. I could go on and on. And I will. We got Andy Smith, Kelsey Shannon, PTP, Kaylee, Lil Presty, Monster MD, Rage Tully, Graveyard Shift. Yo, on CG Beach, we even got the weeds covered. Or, uncovered. It's gonna be more than 50 pages of pin-up perfection, like Penumbra over here. Hey, mamacita, I was just walking by, and I couldn't help but notice. Holy crap, what the hell is that? We're all gonna die! Why are you posing right now? So what are you waiting for? Take a little break and get away with all your faves. You know you deserve it. Back CG Vacation on Indiegogo today. Later, gang. We got Dahl, Robertson, Joe Ball, Sontag, Miriam Diaz, Lawless, Bancroft, Romero, McMahon, Dalton, Casanova. Just too many to mention, dude.
Nosfero, does this word not sound like the death bird culling the living dead at dawn? It is the name both ghouls and demons dare not say, for they know it means death for the undead.
Good morning, come on in. Coffee's good, fresh and hot. There's a waffle in the baker on the grill. We're making bacon. You're always welcome back.
Charge!
There's a fire beneath my skin. There's a fever that makes me ill. Gotta love a love that kills. I got 24 hours to live. Come back. I'm down on my knees. Come back. I'm begging you, please.
What is up, all you fine people?
It is great to see you here in the chat. I am here to paint. I've come here to chew bubble gum and to paint trading cards, and I'm all out of bubble gum. It is great to see you guys. I hope everybody's doing well on this fine Friday. I do not know how many hours of sleep I have gotten recently, but I am thinking it's going to be maybe 2.5. I went to bed when my wife's alarm was going off for work, and I woke back up when she left for work. So probably about an hour and a half or so. Because yesterday I spent, and I'm sure, you guys will be excited to hear this bit of it because it is pretty fun, is I spent yesterday for a couple of hours, hey, okay, great to see you, man. It's one of those things that I got into a writing mode, and I was just writing, pages of dialogue. It's all hovering around in my head, but I'll do a couple of pages where it locks together what the visuals are going to be, and then I know I'm going to put a page in right in between there because I want to communicate this and that. So I was just cranking away on writing, and this is the worst. It's the best part of it and the worst part of it. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. That when I get into these kind of creative modes, I just can't I can't stop thinking. I can't put my brain to bed. So this is one of the trading cards. It's going to be a horizontal trading card. The reason I wanted to do that is because I wanted it to be a little bit of a throwback to some of the art from Masters of the Universe, some of the early package art from Masters of the Universe. And it's just one of those things. Funny enough, I blame 80s made consumer. You know who you are. You know where you are. But that's where this whole thing went. So let me do this real quick. Where are my manners, as they say? Where are my manners? First up, we got to say hello to John. John was first here in the chat. It is great to see you. Prater7 is here. What's up? What's up to you, my friend? I hope you're doing well. What's that? It's great to see it. There's a throwback to that beer commercial. Cranberry Langers, it is great to see you as always, my friend. I tip my hat to you. Stephen Rockwood, just he rolls out of bed and then slaps a keyboard and is dropping links. First thing he does. He drops more links than Jimmy Dean's sausages, guys. That's the way it is. Let's see what else we got here. We got John there. Cranberry Langers we got there. John again. Teflon Ron. Hello and hail to you, my friend. It's great to see you here. I tip my hat to you, my friend. Let's see here. Let's see who else we've got here. Cranberry Langers, Stephen Rockwood, Teflon Ron, Prater7. I think I've got 80s made consumer. It is great to see you, my friend. Been enjoying your videos. Everybody check out his channel. Roach Balls indeed. I gotta get that Roach Balls trailer happening too. Let's see. Yeah, everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. Let's see if I missed anybody else. Yeah, I know. Seriously, that's got to be one of the weirder songs ever, right? My brother Gabe is here. Great to see you, Gabe. Hail to you, my friend. It is great to see you. My gosh. Gabe and I had one of those conversations that we often have, which they go on. We stream for 2 hours, then we talk for another 7. It's the best, Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Doffed and tipped and everything for you guys. Yeah. Yeah. So I just started streaming just so I wake up. I'm telling you, man, I can sense it. Yeah, Rich Ayala, a fellow Rhode Islander, doing some great work, bringing his vision to the game. And that's what I like to see. I like to see people bringing their A game to this stuff. And there's no getting around it. Roach Balls is the definition of that. And another stunning trailer by Dying Days of YouTube, who, as far as I'm concerned, if you have the means, always get Dying Days of YouTube to do your trailers. So for those of you guys, hey, what's up, Angela Curry? Great to see you. I tip my hat to you, my lady. If there's one thing that I would say that that is cool about hanging out here and hanging out with all of you guys is I'll find myself having a conversation. I think this goes all the way back to when I was on 80s Made Consumer stream. He sent me a link. He was talking about, I think he was talking about Master of the Universe stuff, which I loved when I was growing up. I mean, I still love them, but I mean, I loved them when I was growing up. And I popped on there and we started talking about, different kinds of art, or maybe that wasn't a stream that I appeared on. I can't remember. But anyway, it was this amazing artwork from He-Man with He-Man on the back of Battle Cat. And I think 80s Made, if I'm not mistaken, was talking about, just this thought that he had. Like, what happens when people don't have beautiful artwork in their life everywhere? And I think, we did, for the most part. A lot of us did. What's up, Comics Mate? Great to see you. Good day, good day. And I hadn't, this is going to sound odd, but I hadn't thought of it like that before. How much of the stuff that I saw when I was, going and buying books or buying comic books or buying, even the toys that we had at the time were these beautiful hand-done paintings. Some of them were in acrylic. Some of them were in oils in some cases. And they were these classic images. So I started thinking about referencing this He-Man piece because I thought it would be fun to do, and it would kind of bring back some of that quality. And I'd never, when I first saw it, and certainly not until I learned how to paint recently, I never would have thought I would have had the capabilities to even attempt such a thing. So this is kind of my version of it, this Nosfero Fantomas piece, which is really Fantomas's card, is going to be sort of an homage to that, so that you guys can see how I'm roughing this stuff in. Oh my gosh, is that right? We're at 393. Wow, that's crazy. Backer 3 and number 409, Stephen Rockwood. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was one go, the streams. That's right. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. It was fun. It was absolutely fun. Hey, what's up, Random McGranderson? Great to see you. Fantomas. That's right. Yeah, I wish I had a Fantomas instead of an obvious fan. Well, you know how it goes. You can finish that one. You guys know. What's up, Random McGranderson? Hey, James Hayes, how you doing? Hello, Jonathan. All of you fine folks frequenting the chat. I hope you're having a great day. Absolutely. Oh, I got you. I saw the credit you jib there. Great stuff, man. Let's see here. Had to get those art books and the print. Yeah. Hey, listen, much appreciated, guys. The money you guys put into this campaign, the money you guys, put into this channel, for heaven's sake, it all goes to the process of making this whole amazing, art thing that is Jonathan Jetty art possible. And it started a couple of years ago with those 2 art books, and it has just been going ever since. And that's the coolest thing about this, is that you guys make it happen. And that's the thing I guess I was thinking about today, and we were talking about it on our stream the other night, Gabe and I, when we were doing Double Impact. And the thing I just kept coming back to was that this is an entirely different enterprise than there's ever been previously, in the sense that, you guys are investing in these things and making it possible. When all of you guys back the book, things get better for everybody. Everybody gets, new perks, and everybody gets all of these cool things. And so having unlocked all of those things, everybody's getting 2 trading cards now. Everybody's going to be getting a bookmark. Everybody's going to be getting a print. But that's because, it's still coming down to like one small house where all this stuff is getting made. One person, this is a one-man job, which is a lot, but it's fun. And as I get to see all the pieces fall together, it just makes it all the better. So wait, let me see. Oh, we've got Rand Nada here. Good to see you, my friend. I doff my cap to you. Let's see here. Hail 80s Made. Gosh, you can tell how tired I am. I can barely speak. Hail, everyone. Just so everyone knows, the art books are still available as add-ons. Right on. Stephen Rockwood, fighting the good fight. What's up, Improvi? Good to see you. Let me see here. Nice. Shanth is a welcome addition to CG's. Thank God it's Friday live stream Hot Nights. That's right. Are a lot of people streaming on Fridays? I could tell you honestly, right now what's going on is a continuation of Thursday. I have not slept. I took a power nap at 5 or 6 in the morning, and I've just been going. Yeah, 2 trading cards, guys. That's the promise. That's what we got to do. Absolutely what we got to do. Yeah, I am the studio. It's totally, this is the craziest thing about what we do, right? When I need to write, which you really cannot stream and write, obviously, everything stops for me to write. When I need to paint, everything stops. That's just the way it is. Hey, what's up? How you doing? You gotta spell your name out phonetically for me again, because I keep struggling with it. Is it? Oh gosh, and I know what it is too, because you spelt it out. I'm trying to picture it in my head. Was it Drykos or was it Spell it out phonetically for me so I can get it right. But it's great to see you. Yeah, Friday live stream competition is fierce. Is it really? Is everybody streaming right now? I had no idea. Yeah, I I got to stream before I pass out. Let's see here. Dryakos. That's what it is. Dryakos or Dryakos. Oh, Dryakos. That's what it is. Dryakos. I could still pronounce it wrong when you spell it phonetically. Dryakos. I'm hoping that's right. Yeah, we're getting there. We'll see if we can get there. Yeah, I will get hooked on phonics one of these days. So one of the fun things that I love about these illustrations, and one of the things that makes all of this stuff fun, is for all the add-ons, for all of the different perks, it's going to be something that I'm making additionally for you guys. So all the stuff kind of comes back around to me in order to make it, all come together. And in some ways, that makes things a little bit easier because I can keep track of everything. And I know where things are and how things are going, but it's constant, it's nonstop. And it makes it all the harder when you're so excited about it, you just don't want to go to sleep. So we're saying Dryakos is someone saying dry. You guys are going to get me to Dryakos is what I've got. I hope I got that right. But you never know, guy. Now I'm confused. Now I'm in a sea of confusion. A sea of confusion. But I'm going to keep trying and persevering to make this happen. So how's everybody doing? Let me know how you guys are doing. Dry. Goes in the Fonz's voice. Oh, I got what you're saying. Dry goes. There you go. Angela Carey saying we need a cute playing fetch version with a female character. Oh, that needs to happen. That will absolutely happen. I think I lost my voice there. I think we can mentally break Shaw today. Let's do this. Listen, you can't break rubble. All you can do is make the rubble bounce, guys. Angela in Tony Danza's voice. Yo, Angela. I don't know if I can do him that well. Let me see here. Yo, Angela. God, what was it? Sam, come on. There you go. Oh my gosh, did I have a crush on her? You have no idea, people. Who's the boss? Poor Alyssa Milano. Yeah, Land of Confusion is right. I bet if we get to 400 on this stream, he would break. Yeah, I think I'd just fall over. That's pretty close to what would happen. Because it was pretty close, Tony Danson. Yeah, that's right. He always said it like, yo, Angela. Yeah, that's right. Samantha. You're right. Too hard to do. You're not missing anything now, Sean. Yeah, that's right. I know I'm not. It's tragic, guys. Okay, listen. I have to make a confession because I'm tired. All right. I'm tired, so this has gotta happen. All right. So yeah. How many of you guys can recall the commercial during the height of Who's the Boss? The commercial to the Alyssa Milano workout VHS tape you could order. How many of you guys remember what that was called? Anybody remember that? Feeling positive but tired, swing, and a miss on the Tony Dance. Yeah, that's totally right. Shalt, have you painted a design on your face for Halloween? I actually once, when we were in college, Tired Confessions with Shamf and Jetty. When we were in college, I painted my face one time like, I forget what the character's name was, but the clown character from Astro City. So my face was completely white. The jokes tell themselves. And I covered my eyebrows. I mean, I put the makeup on really, really well because, I had pretty decent hand control. So I was able to kind of get the edges right. And my wife found it so disturbing, and nobody I knew could recognize me. And I was just like, wow, when you paint your face all one color with the exception of like red and certain, around the eyes and mouth, I think it was, people were just like, who the heck are you? They just couldn't see it. I have to go get Who's the Boss now. That's right. Get on VHS, y'all. Jazzercise on the video name. Nope, that's not it. Sean, if you remember a commercial from over 30 years ago, maybe you need to psychiatrist. Listen, guys, no. I remember commercials from my entire life. And it is, yeah, it is one of those things. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, see, I don't want to get copyright struck for it. It was not a Jazzercise video. I'll put it that way. Just if you put Alyssa Milano workout video, it's gonna come up. It's hilarious. Sean, have you ever painted design face? Yes, I have. I don't remember that at all. Was it like a Jazzercise thing? It was something. Oh my god, it was the most, like, whoever shot that, I don't know. They were and came up with the concept. I don't know if the scans or the actual pieces, but it seems like you're willing to use much bigger, brighter colors on your work now compared to even the sample pages for Nosfero. Well, yeah, a lot of that has to do with the ability to glaze the stuff and make it brighter. But I'm also just, I'm getting into a groove with the comic stuff, guys. I mean, that's what happens when you get the support that you get here in Comicsgate, guys. It changes everything. Sean, if you remember the commercial, yes, I do. Jazzercise for the game. I have to get Who's the Boss now. I remember Carvel ice cream commercials with that guy, Tom, pitching his business like he was gargling gravel while he spoke. That's right. I use that storming background when I have a headache. There you go. The lightning sounds. Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah. And sounds are perfect. Yeah, I go to sleep to those videos all the time. Do you remember the Santa Gold infomercial from the mid-'80s? I'm trying to think if I remember that one. I don't know if I do. I don't know if I saw it, because if I saw it, I would remember it. Let's see here. Salute, chat. Absolutely. Bretsky the Great. It's great to see you, Bretsky the Great. I hope you're doing well. Artist extraordinary. Thank you so much. You are too kind, my friend. Time to eat some waffles. Darn right. There you've got it. And probably for the win. Alyssa Milano's Teen Steam. Never heard of it before. I dare you to play that theme song. And on YouTube, it will affect you. What's up, the groomsmen? How are you doing? Good to see you, RB. I hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Everybody's saying hello. 80s Made Consumer. Bretsky the Great. Yes, indeed. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Sean of Hair. Schneily. That's going to break me. My reading is terrible today. I apologize. Hail the groomsmen. The color comment was, oh, no. Brandon Granderson. That's what comments are. It's always good to hear stuff. It's cool to use bright colors in a dark world. Yeah, absolutely. I totally get what you're saying. Hey, what's up, Dan? How you doing? Good to see you, brother. Jonathan's a mover and a groove for friends. I swear I'm feeling it. Let's see here. Hello at the groomsmen. Let's see here. It's a 4-hour sale. Our Fred Meyer 4-hour sale. Great buy. There you go. That's right. Great buys won't stop popping. That's right. Hey, what's up, Sumo Authority? Great to see you, my friend. John, hello. Gosh, I can't even do it right now because my head, I'm so tongue-tied. It's like my name. It has all the letters of my name in it. What is up with your tag? We'll grab it. Santa Gold commercial was combined with advertisements for pro wrestling, horror movies, movie named Blood Circus. Wow, that is weird. Hello, the real Sean Crummel. Great to see you, Sean Crummel. How you doing? Hey, Sumo Thori. Salute. Everybody's saying hello. Let's see here. Did you lay down the darks on this with ink or acrylic? It's just acrylic, or is it just super potent watercolor? Oh no, this is these are heavy body acrylics that I'm using like watercolor, so I can glaze them back and move things around a little bit more. And it's interesting. I'm using an illustration-like board, so it's pretty similar. Let's see here. I have no idea, John. There you go. Hail, Shelf. Hey, what's up, Scottsley? Great to see you in the chat. Hail, my chat. American Comics Company. It's always good. You're always in good company when American Comics Company's there. Let's see here. Hail, Teflon Ron. Hail, Sumo Thori. Hail. I'm popping in a bit late. That's fine. I am half dead. So let's see here. Hello, American Comics Company. Everybody's saying hello. Gosh, look at all these fine people here. Woo, things are kicking off on a Friday. Goodness gracious me. So yeah, one of the things that is really important to me when I'm working on these books, and one of the things I want to make sure that you guys are getting out of them is that really cool, detailed. Actually, I'm going to switch to a new brush. The points on this brush have started to waver a bit too much for me, and I want to get something that's got a really good point on it for what I'm doing next. So for me, like when I get a brush that's got a really good point, it makes a huge difference. Let me just move it here so you can see. And that one's loaded up with water, and you can still see how sharp that point is. because what I need to do is I need to go in right here and just work in some of those. Too much water in it still. Work in some of those highlights right there, so that where I'm putting in the stone, because remember, this is still going to be in that sort of crypt environment and out in that mire where Nosfero basically is his base of operations, but it's also his, it's more than that. It's his home as well. And so I want to make sure that I got all of that great, stonework, Hammer horror set like quality to it. And the stuff I was writing, I think she's singing that song. And I may have, hey, what's up, my brother from another mother from New England? It is great to see you, my friend, Jeremy Lord Crackhead 33. We are currently at 393 backers. Can we get 7 more backers today? Who knows? Only time will tell. Let's see here. I am now the owner of Alyssa Milano workout video on VHS, but I will somehow stay fat. That's right. That video changed my life. That commercial changed my life. I think that was her singing. The lyrics are something. But you remember how we were talking the other day about the workout clothes that the ladies would wear in the 80s? And I watched them, and I just think, even when we were watching, when Gabe and I were talking about Total Recall, I look at this stuff, and I'm like going, I mean, I assume we're going to be wearing even weirder stuff, soon, that we'll look at and go, what the heck were we thinking? But I look at that stuff, and it just defies logic. I mean, there was some thought being put into it. I just don't know what they were thinking. I think that's the real issue there. But workout clothes was really something back in the day. Everything was, funny enough, everything was very much like a comic book. There we go. Get some of that in there. And so the whole aspect of this is trying to get those nice edges in there so people get a sense of being in this place when they're reading this book. And one of the things I like about it is, let me see here. Everybody's saying hello. Yeah, hope everyone is having a great Friday. Hope you're having a great Friday, Jeremy. Let's see here. Trying to see the bigger ones here. When I get to sleep, bury me 3 feet deep. I'm not half as dead as they are. Half as dead as you are, Demon Hunter. Half as dead. That's right. Let's see here. Angela Curry. It's always your birthday at the Waffle House. Yeah, absolutely. That's right. It's where everything good happens. So if it's my birthday, does that mean it's never my birthday? That's, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, and the chips fall where they may. What's up, Roger Ryder? Great to see you, and love that artwork, by the way. Let's see here. There was a period of time in the late 80s and 90s when literally everything was made out of denim, underwear, jackets, hats, sheets. You're absolutely right. That's what I'm talking about. But everything was neon too. What's up, Jeremy Burtz? Great to see you. Great to see you, man. It's such a strange thing. Like, you can't even, because my wife and I were just talking about, the how fun and interesting things are these days. And we were just saying, like, how, things happen in different eras, like certain things become the trend. And we have this strong sense, like a lot of you guys do, that there's a shift that's happening in terms of what people want to see and what people are interested in. I think you're seeing this with the success of Top Gun. I think you're seeing this with the success of a lot of stuff that's unabashedly positive. Whatever could use the Alyssa Milano workout for, he's making sure if you don't get skinnier, I'm just perplexed. Somehow I know that video would also not become thinner. That's right. Oh my God. Yeah, it's bizarre to think of ordering workout VHS tapes living in the time we're in now. It's crazy. That video would also not result in me getting gets crazy for my VH collection. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but 80s Made Consumer is a keeper of the flame there. I mean, he's got so many VHS videos, and I used to have quite a few before, I guess probably about 6 years or so, because I was just keeping them because there was a lot of stuff that wasn't on VHS. There were, things that we wanted to have, and we still have a TV that can play VHS videos. Let me see if I can move this up just a little bit so you guys can see that a little bit more. And I mean, I don't know, there's something about that media that's fun. My kids used to call it the tape TV. They thought it was the neatest thing. So my son had it in his room for a little while, and I would try to track down like old VHS tapes, like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and all that kind of thing. And he was really into it, like really loved that stuff. And so I'm always a big, fan of that. Some of the older analog stuff. It's just great stuff. And let's see here. Whoa, let me adjust my glasses here. Let's see here. Oh, darn it, just jumped. Hold on a second. The real Sean Crummell says, all decades before the new millennium had a distinct look to and personality to them. Now everyone lives so much on their phones. Trends seem to be a thing of the past mostly. Well, here's something I would say on that note, because that's a good point. I do think the trend, I used to wonder if there was any sort of powerful trend that was going on right now. But I think the biggest trend is, or the trend is obvious in the bland things that everyone does, just like it is from every era. So all you have to do is look at the artwork that we think of and go, oh gosh, everything looks like that now. And that's what people are going to think. Oh, everybody dresses like that now. Oh, everybody has that haircut. You look at some of those haircuts from the 80s and they're completely nuts. And I think all of the craziest haircuts you think of now, someone's going to be doing a Stranger Things like thing with them in the future. They're just going to be looking at this stuff going, and that was the time period when everybody did this. And yeah, it's funny to see. I mean, there was a point where it was, all toy packages were painted and that was what everybody does. It's just very strange to me. Let me see here. Whoops. Missed some. Oh my gosh. Love VHS. Yeah, there's love for VHS here. Gonna have doubles of 3 replicators though. There you go. I see. All right. Love VHS. If you are interested in CG comics that are readily available, yes, please check out CGNow.net, a website conceived entirely by Michael Bancroft and him alone. That's absolutely true. And get comics now. Does Sean still use Milano's workout routine today to keep his sprite figure? I think the answer is if using the Alyssa Milano VHS tape would give me a healthier figure, then I certainly am not, because I am out of shape and I need to get going. Let's see here. I want to get an old VCR, watch if VHS. Yeah, absolutely. Does anyone still have a VCR? I have a TV with a VCR in it. So yeah, I actually do. Probably should set up a P.O. box to stop people from throwing them away. You absolutely should. Hale Groomsman says, American Comics Company, I still have a VHS player. Angela Curry, I have 5 working VCRs. Boom. There you go. Wow, this is going fast. Angela Curry, yes, not plugged in, but yes. Angela Curry, I remember getting rid of my last VCR. I literally threw it into a dumpster. 80s pics make me laugh. That's right. Let's see here. 80s. Yeah, they do. The picture photographs we had. Wow, interesting. Well, your 80s made consumer makes sense. Yeah, he's got to keep it real. Just dig that. Just dig high and heights. Yes, since 2nd grade. That's right. Oh, that's right, Roger Ryder. I still think I have my VHS rewinder packed up somewhere. Oh, hey, what's up, Antoine Dennison? Great to see you. The obese girl with the black lipstick, probably glasses, will be a marker for this era. Yeah, so will all of the memes of oh my God, all of the trends of TikTok. That'll all be a part of it. The Groomsman as a rewinder. There you go. Good memories. That's right. The Groomsman, I wonder if you could make it into the time machine. That's all right. If you rewound it. Yeah, that's true. Would I have 2 priceless? Yeah, absolutely, guys. You guys know. You guys know where it's at. This is where we can talk about those times, man. Those times that people do not know. They do not recall. I mean, it was really funny watching my kids when they were watching the first Stranger Things season, and they had that sequence where what do you call it, where the mom is trying to use the phone and the phone is like, of course it's a wall phone, and just remembering being tethered to that phone. I remember we got our first wireless phone. It was like, what the heck? Or our first answering machine. We're explaining answering machines to our kids. It was really funny because you just don't have a concept of that if you were born at a different time, without those things. It's they're practically like telegraph machines, man. They're ancient. There we go. Just got that and that, and now I'm going to move this across. There we go. Getting into the Bob Ross voice. It's sort of how you have to do it when you're painting. When I'm writing, I just am like staring into the abyss. So it's a different process. Let's see here. Ann Bess and Lori, 20-minute workouts. Look it up from the 80s somewhere. There you go. Dry nice. I appreciate the finality of that. Yeah, it's like got rid of it. The loudest time machine on the planet. True that. The rewinders. Yeah, absolutely true. And it's sort of crazy because for those of you guys who remember collecting comics in the 90s, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was the 90s, probably late 80s. you'll remember all of those crazy Topps trading cards that were coming out. They were awesome trading cards. And Bob Ross totally had Bob Ross with an Indian accent. Do you mean could I do it or can I imagine it? Because I can do both of those. Let's see here. Bob Ross had a rewinder. Society has become phone. You're absolutely right. Yeah, believe me. Take a phone away from a child and watch the fallout. Yeah, I actually did an experiment when I was at a graduation, a commencement, college commencement. One of the ones I would go to when I was a professor, and there were all these people in the hallway, and no one was looking at their phone. And I said to the people who were with me, I said, "Hey guys, watch this." And I reached into my pocket and I took out my phone and checked it. And everybody in the hallway got out their phones immediately at the same time and checked them when they just got me out of the corner of their eye checking my phone. It is one of the most addictive things in the world. And I think, unfortunately, it has, for those of us who got it late, I don't think it was as severe, but I think it really did impact an entire generation in terms of its, how do I word this? If I had had a phone at that age that did everything their phones did, I would have stared at that thing all day. And I think that that's, without, any, if someone had told me to stop, which someone probably would have, knowing my household. But the thing is that so much of what I do, although I don't know if that's true, maybe it's true. I don't know. Cause I had a video game system and I was always still just drawing. But one of the things that I will say about this stuff is that I think that focus that we have to have in order to improve at things, it takes a lot of time. I mean, I'm drawing and painting constantly, guys, to make this book for you guys. Because, I care about this and I love this so much and I want you guys to love it too. That's why one of the things I was working on last night. Hey, what's up, General Piggy? Great to see you, my friend. And that was one of the things to where, I stay and I look at all of this stuff and I go, all right, so this story, I had an idea for obviously how it was going to go and what I wanted the resolution to be. So then I started planning out shots. And as I started planning out my shots, which, how do I word this? When I say I'm planning out my shots, the shots in many cases are already painted. So I've planned them out in that sense. But what I'm actually doing is I'm planning out the dialogue and the word balloons. And then I'm planning out what I need the characters to say. So I'm writing out all the characters' names that I keep in my head, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Hey, what's up, Eric the Guapo? Great to see you, my friend. I'm sitting there, and I look at the story. Yeah, shots of Jim Beam, I wish. Although I'd have to be a Jack Daniels person because I'm from Tennessee, and I've actually been to the Jack Daniels distillery. Old number 7. I used to have an old number 7 base trucker cap when I was in middle school and high school. But yeah, one of the things that was that was interesting to me as I was writing this stuff is I know that Greylocks is he's a fatherly character, and that goes over to how he talks to Laurel. I mean, it translates, but I don't like to do things. One of the things in my story I was really working on is I didn't want the characters to talk like the story is already in progress. So I have things in there that it's very important for me to write down, which is Greylock making introductions to Laurel. And then what ended up happening was, as I started doing more work and as I started putting this stuff together, yeah, exactly, just like Malin. And as I started to work on the story and I started figuring things out, Laurel's last name I had been toying with. I was like, what is Laurel's last name going to be? Because I have a bunch of choices for it, but none of them fit. Because everything I do, there's always going to be a little nod to some literature I like, and there's going to be a nod to something. But not all literature I like works for this particular story, or the context doesn't work just right for me. And finally, I was writing, and I was, of course, reading a particular book. You'll know the book soon once I say it. And I said, her name is Laurel Dantes. It's got to be. It's got to be Laurel Dantes. And that's the way it is. And I just know instantly, because there is a big Count of Monte Cristo quality to this story. And I wanted her to have a name. Her first name is somewhat light, but I wanted her second name to be, have some gravitas to it, because she does. She's got a lot of, she's got a lot of traits, much like frankly the characters and the characters that I find the most interesting. She has a lot of traits that you're not going to see on, the surface of her. Yes, she's beautiful. She's angelic. She's sexy. She's all of those things. But at the same time, she's very spiritually, it's the best way I could put it. She's spiritually very strong. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Laurel's last name should be Ingetti. No, I've already got a Lauren Ingetti. I'm good to go. But you know where my head's at. But let's see here. I come up with stick figure drawings. That's how you do it. And when I was thinking about her, when I can't think of a name for a character, I tend to name them after movie characters I like. Yeah, well, it's interesting because that's exactly what I did in that particular sense. And it's, but with the villains, they've got their own particular thing. Like when I came up with the name for the character of Lascivia, it started after one of my favorite fiction characters named Lavinia Whately from the Dunwich Horror, because my character also gives birth to a half cosmic horror, half human child. Not two of them like Lavinia does, but one. And I wanted to do a reference to that, but I was like, this doesn't fit with her. She's not a Lavinia. Lavinia, the character's name, I don't know if it necessarily fits the character, but it just didn't work for me. And so, because she's got a little bit more powerful. And so Lascivia was like obvious because that's what she is. Like she's unabashedly that quality. Let's see here. I can't think of the real Sean Crummell, Laurel Skywalker. Yeah, well, the groomsman knows. These were the crazy lunatics who knew me since college. And when they found out that I was having fraternal boy-girl twins, they were like, name them Luke and Leia. And I was like, are you out of your mind? Those kids will kill me when they get older, which kind of is, going according to type. Yeah, I get what you mean. Nice spirituality, strong. Yeah, absolutely. Right. There's this quality to a beautiful woman that is arresting, and it doesn't fit into some neat little thing. It's hard to describe. Like you can't just say, oh, well, it's a series of angles in this because it's different per person. But when you see somebody, I'll give you a really good example. There was a recent court case with somebody who you could argue, although it's almost impossible to unlearn what you learn about a certain person, but that you could argue fits that mold of being a, quote, beautiful person. But there is something ugly that you can just see. But I don't know how else to describe it. And that's not what I'm interested in. That's the most important thing. Love the juxtaposition of deep beauty, who is also a deep of character. Yes, absolutely. And she doesn't have to be weathered. Laurel and Edmond Dantes. Yes, right. She doesn't have to be weathered. She doesn't have to be. There's this idea that beauty is and goodness only come from either. It's weird. Everything seems to, by people's definition, that goodness and wisdom and true happiness only come when you've had your life, torn down and you're weathered and you've been through a lot. I'm not saying there's no virtue in that. That's actually the point of my story, is showing a character who's been through a lot. Actually, same thing with Greylock, for that matter, too. It's the same thing for him. It's the same thing for Nosfero. But in Laurel's case, these are the people that amaze me the most. And there's this kind of beauty out there that is really overwhelming. And it is the people who have not had those experiences, but have a well of empathy and strength that enriches all. And they can face their hardships with their chins up. They can weep for their losses, but they're strong on this kind of spiritual level that's uplifting. I don't know how to describe it. And those people amaze me. The people who've been through a lot and are amazing people. I know this may sound very contradictory, but I've met a lot more. I've met a lot more of those people, and I'm not saying I know what the people I'm talking about have been through. For all I know, that the former hypothesis may be correct. But if there's something I see out there that's no, yes, yep, heartbreaking. I have a soldier in my story named Murphy because I like her. Oh, excellent. Yes. I love that. I don't know if I told you this, but my mother-in-law used to go out to lunch with the woman who plays RoboCop's wife in the first movie. and she signed a poster to me, or a photo of her that said, to Sean from Mrs. RoboCop, which I just loved, because that's how I refer to her. I refer to her as Miss RoboCop. No diamond is formed without pressure. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Learning from others' experiences. What a novel idea. That's true. Hey, what's up, all? It's great to see you, my friend. Tip of the hat. Good day to you, my friend. Good day. Yeah, absolutely, guys. There's some. Yeah, she's a diamond, as our Australian friends would say. She's a diamond. But yeah, I love that I have met so many people who have a quality that is almost impossible to describe. You know, it's a strange sort of thing, and there's and this is something we used to think of the idea of virtue and all of that kind of thing as a positive, and I think there's something odd about viewing confusing innocence with ignorance, and confusing there's things that you can learn about yourself and you can improve upon just from the everyday life of chores, working on a farm, doing anything of the hard labor that you had to do back before this modern age we're in, that builds character without tragedy, because there's a presence in people who are doing that kind of work. Do you guys know what I mean? A presence that's there that is gained from the work ethic, and it's the day-to-day that's the big thing. Hey, what's up, Bronze Age Kid? Great to see you. What is up? Yeah, Lockjaw from hell, looking good. Oh man, I love that character. How great was Kirby? I mean, see, I know people are like, it's like a thing to say, but I will tell you this, Bronze Age Kid. I did not like Jack Kirby when I first saw his stuff. I did not understand him. I did not get that. And it wasn't like one of those things like I had to understand him. I was so zeroed into detail lines that it wasn't until I saw the Kirby collectors that show his pencils that I really got him. I got what he was doing. Because everything I saw was a little bit over stylized of Kirby when I was introduced to him. And those pencils blew my mind. I think I get what you're saying. Just getting older is building on experiences. The experience don't have to be terrible. It's like wisdom and strength through observation. Yes. I've met some people who grew up in households where, both their parents worked, which is pretty much the norm now. If you're in a two-parent, household very often. She was like the older sibling, and she worked and she helped all the kids, and she was like sort of like a second parent. And then she's the person everybody goes to. And then she became a nurse, and she goes and she works crazy hours as a nurse, taking care of people with this amazing, gentle way. And you just look at those people sometimes and you start to realize they've just been doing this their whole lives. It's incredible. And those people amaze me. As Fred Rogers would say, look for the helpers. That's right. Look for the helpers. Jeremy Pert saying hello, hello, hello. But he's saying hello. Hey, what's up, Past Master Dan? Good to see you, my friend. Tip of the hat to you. Let's see here. Yes, indeed. Yeah. I had the same exact response to Kirby. I didn't understand the genius. Now I can't not see it. Still not the greatest scripter, though. He needed a writer, in my opinion. Yes, I'd agree with that. Yeah, it's amazing because what those two people, put together, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, was, the whole was greater than the sum of the parts. It's a miraculous thing. Parents always told me carrying firewood would build character. They were right, but I still hate carrying firewood. But see, that's totally right, though. You're right. Let's see here. Hail, Past Master Dan. Yes, Aldous on the farm just off Orwell Lane. Past Master Dan, indeed. Yeah, I mean, for me, I will tell you this, guys. Here's some other things I didn't like and was not a big fan of. Color and painting. I loathed it. And I think, like a lot of things, you might find with a good introduction to something that you still don't like it, that you still don't care for it. And that's perfectly fine. But sometimes with the right introduction to something, you can see it in a new way that it really, you like it. You really start to appreciate it. And I do think that as we get older and as we get more experiences, it's normal and natural for our tastes to change, and hopefully for us to change a little bit. And it's an interesting kind of thing because, if I only liked what I did back when I was younger, I mean, or if I was, let's say this, if I was locked into my, career in comics going a particular way, which, by the way, I made the decision, gosh, I want to say, I don't know how many years ago, probably over a decade. I was like, well, this comics thing is never going to happen. I mean, I'd done some pro jobs. So I was like, this is not going anywhere. And if it wasn't for Indiegogo, if it wasn't for all of these changes, this wouldn't be happening. And I certainly couldn't have imagined that we'd be here talking on this stream. It's a miracle, guys. It really is. It's just one of those things that continues to amaze and inspire me. Hey, what's up, Tarks9? Good to see you. Hail chat, happy Friday, and hail to you, my friend. Tip of the hat. Everybody's saying greetings and hello. I really liked John Byrne's attempt to emulate Kirby on Jack Kirby's Fourth World. Yeah, John Byrne was another artist that I missed the heyday because of just what I was into in my youth. Like I was looking at things like Grips and Ninja Turtles, and then it was, the Image guys, starting with, getting all the New Mutants, getting all of those guys, with Rob and Louis Simonson, I think it was at that point. And Extinction Agenda and all of that stuff. But now that when I see John Byrne's stuff, and I heard everybody singing John Byrne's praises, I am beginning to fully grasp what a masterful artist he was. And I don't mean to say I saw nothing in it before, but now I see a lot more in it than I saw then. It's just one of those things. Oh, my glasses fell down. No wonder I couldn't read that. Let's see here. Oh, or I just put my finger on them, which is always possible. Bought myself the Burn page from that fourth one. Stephen Rockwood. There you go, man. That's something to have in the collection. Beautiful. Cranberry Langers. Let me see here. Hail. Nice, Rockwood. See, I knew Aldous would appreciate that, man. No getting around it. Let's see. I was saying hello. Hail, Jeremy. Piggy. Always great to see you guys. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, there's a universe of great work out there to be discovered, and there is a universe of brilliant work that's being done in CG right now, guys. Every one of those books whose links are in the description, I hope you will consider taking a look at, because they're by people I know, people who have been supportive of me, and people who really are dedicated to CG and dedicated to the craft of making books. And that doesn't mean to say that they're all of the people doing that. I think the intros would go on for 5 days if I attempted to do that. However, I'm really excited to be doing what I'm doing right now with this work for you guys, because it is really coming together, and it's this book, the story, like when I read it and I, look at the way the characters are talking, to each other. And also, just the lore of this place it's crazy. It's all done with character. It's all done with, you get introduced to these characters, and they have lives, they have things that they have things that they've done that got them there, but it all sort of it doesn't, like, this is the thing to me about lore and all that stuff. It doesn't just explain everything. It doesn't just say, okay, so this happened, then this happened, this happened, then this happened. It has elements of, this is how sort of things work, but everything is not explained. And I think that there's something really nice about that perfect balance, right, of leaving a little bit of oxygen. For example, let's say you were taking a beloved Star Wars character and you started going deeper and deeper and deeper into their history to the point where you removed all the mystery. Can you imagine? So heartbreaking. Man, what are you going to do? It ain't easy. It ain't easy being the creator of something that's that big and that important. And it's not for amateurs. That's for sure. Like, I've seen the Lord of the Rings movies. That just sounded like the best thing I could have said. Lord of the Rings fans are going to pull their eyebrows out. But I've seen the Lord of the Rings movies, right? So they're pretty good, man. It's good stuff. If you put me in charge of running a show about Lord of the Rings, it would be a freaking disaster, because I know nothing to the degree that you would need to make that happen. I think that's the best way I can put it. Yeah, I'll tell you this right now, guys. Listen, and watch for this too. I love expanded universe, but constantly wonder how much is too much to tell the audience. Yes, the mystery endures. Yeah, it's absolutely. And this is the thing, right? that I was thinking about today. 80s made consumer is that the what do you call it? The stuff that I'm seeing come out of Universal's theme park. Speaking of where the big business is, there is absolutely incredible. Like I'm in awe of the stuff. Sorry, guys, I'll make sure you guys can see this. Hang on. I'm in awe of the stuff that Universal is doing right now. Whether it's the plans they have for the Universal Monsters section of Universal Orlando, and I if they make an animatronic Boris Karloff, wherever I am in the world, whatever age I am in the world, if I'm like, in pieces, I will gather up my pieces of self and get myself down there to experience that. I need that. There's even rumors of a Creature from the Black Lagoon ride, which would be incredible. And then you get into the Mario Land and all of the theming and stuff they're doing for, for the Harry Potter worlds and all that stuff. It's astounding stuff. And I really think that what happens when people drop the ball is other people run with it when it comes to art forms. And that's the cool thing. Let's see here. The mastering everything. Time is an arrow. Absolutely. What are you going to do? Easy. Not watch it. Yes, exactly. That's right. Rewatch Lord of the Rings movies now. They are epic. Yes, absolutely. Love them so much. They're beautiful. And the remastering work. How many of you guys have seen when you're watching them or watching the new whatever it is 4K remasters? I think they are. Those are crazy. They're so stunning. I mean, it's a pretty incredible experience. Creature from the Black Lagoon is the best. Yeah, they're doing Universal is doing more monster rides. Yes, so they have a plan in the Universal Epic whatever, right? They're not going to take away the Mummy ride because that ride is still wildly popular. It's too short, but it's great. Everybody loves that ride, right? So they're going to be building a Universal Monsters themed land with their Epic Universe build, and they've already got we'll see if it works out, but they've already got the all the permits and everything like that because they actually have to run things through government in Florida, and they're planning on doing a dark ride that's going to have a lot less screens for the Universal Monsters, a lot more animatronics. So that's my hope. I don't think it'll make my wife any more able to ride it, tragically, because she gets motion sick really easily. But I love their theming of all of the downtown New York stuff they do, and all of the actual studio part of it. But they're going to be doing the same thing. They're going to build, I think it's either Frankenstein or Dracula's village and all this cool stuff. And I'm telling you what, those properties will make gangbusters. They're just such cool stuff. Yeah, I'm there. You and me. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, no doubt. We'll be there. High five. Only gripe for Lord of the Rings is the long goodbye. Yes, I'd agree with that. Yeah. Well, I guess you could say that Star Wars is in the middle of a long goodbye right now, right? It's heartbreaking. When I first saw Lord of the Rings in theaters, I really liked it, but after 4 hours or so, when I discovered it wasn't over and there were 2 more movies to come, I was annoyed. There you go. That ride looks beautiful. I've never been on that ride, funny enough, and it's a pretty old ride, so it's kind of crazy. Disney could have had Harry Potter, but wouldn't agree to give Rowling 100% final approval on everything. How foolish that was. They handed their competition their biggest weapon. And I will tell you this, that will go well with the existing Halloween nights they put on every year. Oh, it will be a complete and utter keystone in their business model for Halloween. Here's the craziest thing, though. I think what the biggest thing that was missed out on, which is going to be the thing that really hurts Disney, is Nintendo Land or Nintendo World. I love Nintendo. I mean, I grew up on it, but I'm not a fanatic of Nintendo. But every single one of us, you either are or you know somebody who's going to go down there to go on that darn Mario Kart ride. My wife saw the land and saw how it looks like the inside the Mario game with the big squares and everything like that, the cubes that we used to play way back in the day. And she was like, oh my God, it's like walking into the game. That's what theme parks are supposed to do. They're supposed to transport you. I know. Was that right, Angela? What was that? God, I still can't believe that line of dialogue. Yeah, Gilman is awesome. Just got my, oh, wow, cool. Rico Browning autographs. Excellent. Oh, Rico Browning. Yeah, and I'm glad to hear he's doing better. I know you were saying he was a bit under the weather. Universal needs to just close up the Marvel stuff. It's so cheesy and outdated. It really drags the park experience down. Just get over it and build something better there. I'll tell you, excuse me, goodness. I'll tell you, I've seen a lot of people love that, and the one art case I'll make for it, and I haven't even been on those rides, by the way. I've seen them on YouTube, so I'm not speaking as an expert here. But what was cool is how they segue into this kind of cartoon land where you get Winsor McKay's Little Nemo and Slumberland and all of those classic cartoons. I think it works, and it could be interesting. But, you may be right. Like I said, I will be beelining for my favorite ride in that park, and yes, this is just 80s made consumer. Here you go. 80s people of the 80s. You know who you are. E.T. I love the E.T. ride. I love that they have it all smell like the redwoods when you go in there. I love the line, and I'm a kid who just loves E.T. And there it is. That's all I can say. The real Sean Crummell. I miss Kongfrontation. I do too. The new King Kong ride has too many screens. It's just when I see that ride, I go, do I really want to go on that? It just feels like it's just a simulator. It's just not. It's got a couple of animatronics in it, but not much. Year round, yeah. That's right. So glad Disney did not get Harry Potter. Yes, they had Star Wars and they botched that. I mean, that's like being born on third base and not being able to steal home. I don't know what to tell you. The robotic Spider-Man is really cool. That's it. Yeah. The Marvel stuff was great for how much it looked like comics. It's probably run down looking by now. Actually, they remastered some of the stuff in 4K, I've heard. But yeah, it's worth a look. I'd rather have the cheesy content over the progressive stuff. Absolutely. Especially seeing the classic X-Men. That's so cool. Still playing NES right now. I want to watch Wizard and play Super Mario 3. I love the Power Glove. That's right, baby. Fred Savage. Getting stared down by the villain, the video game villain. I do love the Indiana Jones ride at Disney. I agree. That ride is really, really cool. I went on that, funny enough, with the groomsmen for the first time. The dude you see hanging out in the chat took me on that. We had a great time. We drove down to Disneyland, and there's something I love about walking those streets that I know Walt Disney did. A real hero of mine. Hail at Roger Ryder and 80s Made Consumer, says Arthur Line. Hail, Arthur Line, I say. Cranberry Langers. Yeah, the Mummy ride rocked. Absolutely. Hey, Admiral Wackass. Great to see you, my friend. I feel like, and now the journey is complete. I only went to Universal once as a kid, and I remember is the King Kong and fire that scared the crap out of me, Sir Quapo. Yeah, as it should, right? That's nuts when you're a kid. That and the subway stuff. Everybody's saying hello. Yeah. So we went on all of those rides. I forget what the one that was like you had these speed cars that would go in Disneyland and on the Matterhorn. All we did was scream over and over, "Livin' La Vida Loca." So that should tell you what summer it was. We'd go, "Livin' La Vida Loca." We were dorks. Even now we are. Yeah, best line ever. There you go. Yo, 80s Made Consumer. There's just no energy and feeling when you walk through I mean, gosh, I should be chomping at the bit to go there. Like, Star Wars was everything to me when I was a kid. It was so much of my life. It's crazy. But, things do change. We'll just have to see where it goes. Because sooner or later, somebody, it's hard to imagine the kind of trouble Disney was in the late 70s and early 80s before the Renaissance. And you never know. Someone comes in and when people aren't looking over the shoulders and all the money is gone and all the status is gone, people do it. Yeah, I love the Power Glove. There you go. Yeah, their comic book shop at Universal Studios, it was like heaven to me when I thought about 7 years ago. Yeah, that's right. I think he went. I'm trying to think of what you were saying there. Let's see here. Yes, now we are responsible dorks. Amen. It is so true. It is absolutely true. It's crazy. Universal used to have Conan the Barbarian stage show like the 80s. Oh, that's awesome. So good. Yeah, I love that stuff. So what is that dog you are painting? Is that Cerberus? Cerberus. This is we were dorks. Yeah, we were absolutely dorks. Star Wars. And I know, I feel the same way. So this dog right here is Phantomas. He's kind of a cross between the Hound of the Baskervilles and interestingly enough, there is an element of Lockjaw in him. Although what I was really thinking about was King Kong, the Hound of the Baskervilles, and not having my character. This guy's existence owes its gratitude to the transporter solve from Star Trek, where I did not want to have my character on horseback riding everywhere. I love the Sherlock Holmes Hound of the Baskervilles, so I was like, this thing's got to be able to teleport him through the Neither world. So what his species is, he's a Neither hound, and he basically goes through the Neither, through not the Minecraft Neither, but he goes through, basically the land of the dead to go through and come through another door in space. And he's what, how Nosfero gets from place to place. So when they're going through it, that double page spread that's on the Nosfero page that Stephen Rockwood just posted, you can see what it looks like. There's skeletons and bodies and serpents, and it's basically he's able to travel through there. And that's the thing. No worries, guys. To be honest, the last thing I go to Disney for is Marvel and Star Wars. You're right. I go to connect with the heart and soul of Walt. Amen. I do too. It's a big deal. And where's Tarks? Hey, Tarks. Yeah, hey, what's up, Tarks? Let's see here. Honestly, he looks like one of Chokeout's dogs. I swear. I think Chokeout's dogs might be. They're either Mastiffs, and I think he said, I don't know if he said one of them was a Cane Corso. But yeah, people, when I paint dog characters, like when I was doing the Starship Troopers thing, comic way back when my kids were newborns. I always loved painting bull mastiffs because so here's another weird reference that people wouldn't think is probably directly related to this. Of all the dogs and things that inspired him, Dave Stevens' bulldogs are a huge inspiration. When I was thinking about things I wanted to do in a comic book all my life, one of them was to have a really kind of wrinkly-faced, tough-looking dog in my story. I loved Dave Stevens. I loved the Bulldog Cafe, and I loved, the way that he drew bulldogs and even his Bulldog Studio logo. So this character started without the transporting ability or whatever, or the ability to go through hell, basically. But he didn't have that. He originally started out as a character called Tempest Rex, called Time King, for when the Nosfero character had another name and before I knew what that character was going to be. So, these things percolate for a while and then they all just come together. Every story you see somebody working on probably has been in some shape, form, or fashion, has been in the back of their head for a while because they're not like Paul Masson. We make no wine before it's time. There we go. And so that's where you start to see, how the character is coming together. And you got to bear in mind, too, like we're talking about very, very small art. When this gets reduced, it's going to be even more intense. And I'm not even begun to detail this yet. Let's see here. Yeah, a lot of my... It's crazy, right? Because a lot of my influences do come from literature. But the funny thing about it is that I had dyslexia and still have dyslexia, and it's very hard for me to read. And audiobooks and the realization of how important literature is for building your story ability just really hit me. So here's how big of a fan I am of this stuff. Is next to my desk at all times, I have at least one, and I probably have two. One of them probably kicking around here somewhere else, of the Sherlock Holmes facsimile editions. So this is the facsimile edition of A Study in Scarlet. So it has the original art, it has the typesetting that the original book did, and I just love Arthur Conan Doyle. It has the illustrations. That's the stuff that influences me the most, is those books that I cherish. And I don't know where it is. I have some of the Shadow books here as well. And guys, I haven't shown these in a while, but because I know there's people here who are new and are occasionally wonder about this, who's this Shanthan Jetty guy who's been here in CG for, I think I did the math. I think it's almost 4 years now. But I could, wait, let me see. Hold on a second. 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah. So June 22, the first evidence I can absolutely back up will be 4 years, which is crazy. But this right here is one of my art books. Square bound. Let's see if you guys can see that well. Square bound, glossy stock, really nice. This is what my stuff, move this camera way up here. Sorry, guys. This is what my stuff looks like when it's reproduced. When you're backing this book, you're not backing thin paper. The interior pages of this book, that's one page. You guys hear that? That's one page. These are very, very high quality, nice books to flip through. And the artwork in the art books, the finished comic book is going to be this. That is the goal. God willing, and the creek don't rise, you know, which is to say, you know, we always have to see how things are with everything. But I talk to printers and stuff regularly just to make sure where we are, you know, in terms of this kind of stuff. And, you know, I'll get it done because I always do. But this is the thing about it, is that stuff like gloss coating on the cover so that it's something nice and quality. These things are very important to me. This is the piece, the Strigoi Melange, which is from Art Book 2. I want you to take a look at the detail and things that I put into this stuff, you know, and the richness of color and using gold. These books are beautiful. And when you get for those of you who've gotten Art Book 1 and 2, and those of you who are thinking about getting Art Book 1 and 2, when you slide these into your shelf, all three of these books should line up nicely. They should be all the same size. They should have a similar feel. And that's really what it comes down to for me. So all of the regular bonuses we've come to expect from CG, like trading cards and things like that, those will be there. But what I do with my books, that's gonna be the big thing, you know, that I do. Oh gosh, the chat is moving. I'm so sorry, guys. Their comic book shop at University is like happened to me when I went there 7 years ago. There you go. Nice. Okay, Shant, was Photoshop a thing? Yeah, no, not in college. I had to learn that afterwards. If not, was learning Photoshop relatively easy once you started. I wanted to do it so bad it was difficult, but I had to take a class. So I took a CE class, and it was fun. Shant, that back leg and that fire orange behind it feels so Frazetta killing it. Oh, guys, so math, isn't that racist? Now everything is. Oh, hey, this art book and the other one is available on the campaign add-on. That's right, yeah. Guys, I'm so excited for this stuff, and thank you. So, guys, let me show you this as well, because I want to make sure I show this so you guys can see what I'm stealing from. Hold on. Oh, I gotta rotate it. Hang on. It's I had it upside down because I was looking at the palette. So when people ask me what are all the fun things that influence me in my work, it's everything. It's stuff I see when I was a kid, and this is a piece, and that shows you how far mine has to go. But it might as well be a Frazetta. This is the Battle Cat artwork. This was the original that was auctioned recently. And this was on the box, the package art for Battle Cat. This was done by an illustrator who was trying to imitate Frazetta. He was trying to do a Frazetta Conan, which is what He-Man was originally supposed to be. They lost the license to Conan. But look at this stuff. You know, that is what it's all about. That's what makes it cool. You know? Oh, wait, hold on a second. That guy in the red hat and golden nose. Who is that? Oh, okay. I actually don't know. That sounds like something. A red hat and golden nose. Red hat and golden nose. Huh. You got me looking. I wish this was more real time so I could. I don't know. Are you talking about? Hold on a second. Now I gotta fix this. Hey, what's up, Ellie? Good to see you. Yeah, those seriously, guys, those are sick, aren't they? I love those. Stop the screen there. All right, hang on a second. Red hat and golden nose. Which character were you talking about? You weren't talking about this character, were you? With and then let me see what else I've got in here because I don't. Oh, yes, I see what you're saying. This character right here, that's the one you're talking about. Okay, so this character right here is. I had an idea of what Nosferatu would look like if he was a kick-ass warrior. So I put him in this red sort of headpiece like the one that he has in the movie, but I made it a brighter red and then had a bandage around it. And then I had his nose gone, so I put that gold nose cover over it. I do a lot of that stuff in my work. So yeah, that was just something I came up with that was inspired by me watching The Strain. In fact, a lot of this stuff is. Like, that's based on Quinlan, but I crossed him with Bela Lugosi. So that's the kind of stuff I love to do, you know. The vicar of snot. Yeah, that's totally right. Yeah, exactly. Listen, man, it's right. We have to wait till we see Nosfero 2. Oh, and that character, I've definitely thought about making, having that character in an issue of Nosfero soon. There was a bunch of faces on that page I'm talking about. Yes, absolutely. Gotcha. Bronze Age Kitchen. I don't think the art books are available anymore. They are as add-ons. You can get those as add-ons if you buy some of the other perks. I'm trying to think which ones it is. Yep. It's absolutely annoying. Gold covered nose. Gotcha. PTP would love that. Yes, those He-Man commercial arts. Yeah, I'm sure he would. He loves He-Man. He loves toys just like I do. Can still refund my backing so I can back again and add the art books. I think you can do an add-on, but yeah, let me figure that one out. I got to figure that out. That's a really good question. Yeah, I got to ponder it because I had 2 people who are asking me about that. So I'm going to see what I can come up with. So, yes, let me see what I can do. Oh, hey, it's art book and the other one. PT would love that. Just make sure I got this. I like how the eyebrows are preparing to be pulled eyebrows. That's right. Exactly. They do. That's cool. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Teflon Ron. Angela Curry, the groomsman laugh out loud. Yeah, listen, I mean, the groomsman knows. The groomsman knows. He knows me. We go way back. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, it's so fun. Yeah, Tycho Raj knows Frontier. That's right. Let's see here. It's to keep him from picking it. Well, listen, he does his best. He had a terrible accident picking it. You can add on perks. Yes, you can. I think you can add on perks to your order. I do believe you can go into your order and add stuff on if you want to. If you can't, let me know. The groomsman knows. Yeah, that's why I always liked what Ethan, who, in my opinion, I don't think Ethan has that big of a nose, but when they were doing the shadow nose, I don't think he realized how big of a fanatics that so many of us are for the shadow. And we actually just realized, I think it was, I didn't realize it. Phil did. Phil pointed out that, Graham had done some, I think it was Graham and maybe Aaron both had done some really killer shadow pieces. But I know Graham has, I think, unless I'm completely wrong on that. Then what hasn't Graham Nolan done? He's done so much cool stuff. But I love seeing when people have done art for the shadow. I love that stuff. It's just a great character, and I love. Surprised I moved the camera very far out, so let me see if I can make it a little closer for you guys there. There you go. Now that's some scale for you. But I just love that character. I just think that character is so cool. Love his stories, and so glad that people like Razor Fist are keeping him alive by doing new recordings or new audiobook recordings for him. It's just great stuff. There we go. There we are. And you guys can see what goes into all this craziness, It's really picking out those kind of highlights that are going to create that aesthetic sense. And it's a little bit like you just get into a groove at a certain point and where you're going to put those slightly brighter highlights. And I'd love to say I'm intellectualizing it, but it's so much more like muscle memory at this point for me. It takes, however many, 45 years or so to get to the point to where I can, do what I do now. But it's, every day it's just about getting up and going to the desk because no matter what, this book gets done and you get your books. That's it. That's what's happened with, with everything that I've done. I mean, it's the secret. It's just, you do more and more stuff. I don't mean the secret, not not that. I mean, just the trick is you keep going until it's done and you keep, working. And it never really matters to me. And I've been quoting this like all day, all week, that custom auto quote, Mike Tyson's trainer, who said, discipline is doing something that you don't want to do like you love it. It doesn't matter how, like, I don't do my artwork because I feel like it every single day, like, oh, blah, blah. Well, I mean, I love doing it, right? Like, I really enjoy it. But on days when I'm exhausted, like right now, here's a really good example. I have not, I streamed with Gabe, which was a blast. 2 nights, I can't remember really. I think it was 2 nights ago, but I can't remember. And then yesterday I was writing all day and I was like, I have to stream. That's it. These guys, I want to say hi to these guys. I want to say hi to my fans. I want to say hi to everybody who's back. Nosfero, I want to do my bit, and I want to make sure I'm there. And it's like, when I get there, I might only last 30 minutes, which is what I said to myself. I go, I'll probably pass out. But here we are, over an hour already, and that's what it is. That's what it's about. It's about just doing your best. And so whenever I'm not streaming, or whenever you guys don't see me on a stream, or you're just seeing me on Twitter or one of the other places I am posting artwork or whatever else, or I'm on someone else's stream that day, just know every moment you don't see me, I'm working on this book, because I'm the writer, artist, illustrator, printer, everything. When I'm not doing this, it's not getting done. It just stops. And that's the challenge of this, and that's also the fun of it, is you're getting something that is really, the product of one artist's, creative process, or a few artists' creative process, depending on what the book is, but it's still not a corporate done project. And there's so many great books out there. Charlie's London has got the sequel to the first book, which was a total smash hit. It's doing incredibly well. You've got CG Vacation, you've got Dracula, you've got Eric Weathers, almost to 100K with Battle Brick Road, which is a beautiful, beautiful book. And then you've got Michael Bancroft with his email sign-up list right now for Painted Death, the Lucent 2, like probably one of the most eagerly anticipated sequels in all of CG. And, if you go down the list of people, Terror in the Trenches, Von Klaus's, just rebirth of a public domain character that was such a smash hit and continues to be a smash hit. All the links for these, by the way, are in the description. It continues to be a smash hit to the degree to where other publishers, other bigger indie publishers, not just one guy and his team, his amazing creative team, Monica and everyone down the line, were able to outsell one of the bigger publishers. Why? Because of you guys. Real Sean Crummel, back to work, my friend. Absolutely. Have a great night to you too as well. Have a great one. I think it was 2 nights ago. You're right. This looks like it'll be awesome once it's finished. Yeah, it will be. I promise you. I still have some of the shadow figures from the movie. Yeah, but still fun stuff though. Absolutely. There we go. Let me see if I've got everything. I might just last 30 minutes. Sean, yeah. Listen, that's optimistic. And you can take that any way you want. Send this man a super chat. Hey, listen, all super chats are appreciated, guys. Let me tell you. All super chats are appreciated. I'll put them towards, I don't know what, because I'm about ready to pass out. I'm about ready to die for here. Oh, my God. Yeah, my eyes are feeling it. And, yeah, it's crazy, guys. Yeah, that stuff always gets me. Because they do. I mean, it goes to a family, You know what I mean? When you guys super chat stuff, it's going to a family. It's going to some really great people who believe in Comicsgate, are here for it, believe in comics and art and imagination, and we're real. That's the simple fact of it. We're real. And my wife and I have watched the videos of Ethan and Andrea and what they've gone through, and, to their, all of the stuff, going back to the burning of the soy pants and the getting of the new home and all of that stuff. And, it's the greatest thing about CG, and the greatest thing about the stuff we do on YouTube is, we have our lives that people don't see. Of course, everybody should have a life that people don't see, to protect their kids and everything else. It's true for every single one of us, but also just to have some downtime. But you guys get more of a look into us, and we share more with you about this process than has ever probably been done in history. And, this is something that's really special, the way that you guys are like, go make artwork. It really is a patron thing, Yeah, exactly. It's cracking me up, man. Absolutely, yes. Yeah, Diane over here. I used to be a composer. Now I'm a decomposer. You guys are the best. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Thank you guys so much, man. You guys are awesome. So let me see here. All righty. So yeah, Sean, you get some sleep, my friend. But this is the thing, right? Everything we do to try to bring beauty into this world, and it doesn't happen without money. The groceries don't happen without money. The paintbrushes don't happen without money. So we're aware of this stuff. You know what I mean? And the art form dies if people stop making it. You know, and that's the biggest thing that we're realizing is that the skills that we are now passing on by people seeing this process, we may not even know them. I mean, there's probably some young kid who's going to watch what I do, not even today, maybe not even this year, and say, oh man, I want to try that. And because they're watching the simple process of me, oh my gosh, Ellie, oh, it's so nice, man. Oh, geez, guys, oh my gosh. I have to adjust my glasses to read it, and I just saw the next one. Love you, Sean. Very quickly become one of my favorite CG person. Thank you so much, Ellie. That means a lot to me. Quick question. What do I need to start painting like you, paper, stock, etc.? Excellent. Happy to answer that, Ellie. Happy to answer that. So here's what I'm painting on. All right. So I'm painting on, this is the brand. It's Crescent, and you can always come back and reference this. This is Crescent canvas textured board. So it's textured like canvas. It's not canvas itself, and it's canvas textured paper mounted on board right here, this Crescent board. So if you type in Crescent canvas textured, there's it comes in different sizes or different thicknesses. This is thick. There's medium, thick, and then I forget what the other one is called. And so when you get these boards, they're solid. So they're a little bit like the paper or the books, you know, like there you go. That's a pretty good look at it there. It's pretty thick paper, right? And then as far as paints goes, I only use heavy body acrylics. I use heavy body acrylics, and this is what they look like. They say these are Liquitex heavy body acrylic. And heavy body acrylics, the thing about those is they've got a lot more pigment in them so that you can thin them down with a little bit of water on this paper, or you can work with them thick and they will coat, which is the biggest thing. And that's the most important part of this, you know, is to make sure you've got that thicker pigment there. And the colors I use, I have all the primaries and secondaries. So I use dioxazine purple, which is right there. I use cadmium orange. Cadmium orange. So I have a tube of orange and a tube of purple. And those are the ones that I use because they mix together great. So these are very specific colors that I'm showing for you guys here. Then I have Vivid Lime Green right here. And Vivid Lime Green. Hang on one second. Let me switch to just the desk cam so my fat head isn't in the way. Hang on a second here. Desk cam. There we go. All right. So we've got Vivid Lime Green, cadmium orange. So it's purple, orange, green. Those are all the colors you'd think a lot of people would think of. Oh, you're going to mix those from blue and red. No, you want to have them pure. It's a very dark purple, dioxazine purple, because you want to be able to get as much range as possible. Then I have cadmium yellow light. I have a color that is, I usually have a big tube of this, if I can find it, or I used to have a small tube of this thing, but now I just use a bigger tube. Where is it? Right here. Brilliant Blue Hue. That's my blue. I have a little bit bigger tube of it because I use a lot of blue. Then there's Cadmium Red Medium Hue. So this isn't Cadmium Red Medium, which would cost more money. This is just the hue of Cadmium Red. So I use this. So I've got red and green, those two complementary colors. Orange and blue, I've got those two complementary colors. Then I've got yellow and purple. And then the big tubes, I always have to have the big tubes of because I go through this so much. And I have other colors, but these are the main ones. And you can get small tubes of this. This is heavy body acrylic. It's all heavy body acrylic. This is Mars Black and Titanium White. And those are the ones I use for my value. The last thing I use outside of white cheap synthetic brushes, this is what they look like. They have to come to a point. They're white synthetic brushes. These are a couple dollars. These are the Princeton round brushes, and this is number 4. So this is a Princeton round. There it is, number 4, right there. There we go. And then this is Gray Matters paper palettes. And Gray Matters paper palettes, they're gray, not white, as it says. So when you use white paint, actually, I've got one right here that I'm using, you can the white actually shows up on it. Because a lot of times if you use a white palette and you mix light colors into it, it's hard to see, you know, how light something is. So this is a really nice medium gray, just like you'd have on a Photoshop file. They always give you, you know, a little bit of a gray background around what you're doing to help you with your color. And so those are the materials that I use, and then just pencil and pen. So I hope that helps. Let me see here. And thank you for the super chat, by the way. Really appreciate it. Okay. Let's see here. The groomsman for Sean's next optometrist appointment. Thanks, brother. I love you. And love to the kids. John the groomsman, absolutely. CG gives normal people a taste of that. Taste of what the ultra rich would experience when they had private art commission we get to experience a connection to the art is made. Yeah, well, you guys are crowdfunding and crowd, it's so hard to describe. You guys are there's something very wonderfully democratic about what we're doing here, very American about it, which is there's so much money that we pay, excuse me, in taxes that gets distributed to artwork and artists that don't do anything to lift the spirit or even just give you a sense of fun. And what you guys are doing is you're privatizing that, and you're making it to the point to where it's like, I want to see artwork that's not being made, and you're making it happen. And that's the coolest thing in the world for me, and I love it. Let's see here, John. That's very true. Absolutely. Teflon Ron, thank you again. Seriously, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Tip of the hat, my friend. I really appreciate it. Stephen Rockwood drawing a store. Crescent Carpet. Thank you so much. See, there you go. Stephen Rockwood on the link for the supplies. Cranberry Langers. For a bit of paintbrushes, make the paint last more than 30 minutes. That's right. That's right. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Yeah. You got my first ever sent super chat. Teflon Ron, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. That means a lot, man. I appreciate that. Teflon, did you say anything in your super chat? No, actually, I don't think so. So yeah, but that's like, nah, I just super chat merchant. That's the I go at the other chat. So anything you want to say, you say it here, John. Let's see here. Nice stuff on Ron. Just jumped again. Stephen Rockwood drawing studio. Yeah, Liquitex. There's your paints, heavy body. It's everything, guys. It'll help so much. Teflon Ron what would CG be without the boomerisms? Lord knows. It's so true. Sean should clip that section out and repost it as a tutorial. But you know what I should do? I should do a painting vid and a painting tutorial just to explain what I do, because I think it would be good. Let me see here. Hey, what's up, Jennifer Grover? Great to see you. Teflon Ron. Uh-oh, darling. I got to warn you, it's a little bit addicting once you start. That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Hello, Jennifer Grover. Good to see you here. John, hey, sweetheart. Teflon Ron. Jennifer Grover. Yeah, you're right. Ellie Munoz says, thank you for the in-depth answer. I went to Michael's the other day, and there was a dizzying array of colors and supplies. I felt the same way when I went to the art store. I'd never done any painting or any of that stuff, really, on my own before I went off to college. And I walked into the art store, and I was like, I didn't even know what to get. I was just walking around holding things, and I was like, I don't even know what I'm buying. I just know it's expensive, and it's terrifying. Let's see here. Stephen Rockwood, Nosfero the Crypt Walker. Art books available as add-ons. Absolutamente. Teflon Ron, it's true. I didn't know this when I started. Teflon Ron, digital money, it's free, right? Right? Yeah, it's absolutely right. Admiral Agaz, hey, darling. Admiral Agaz, yo-yo, Jennifer Grover, and at the groomsman, thumbs up and smiles. There you go. Hey, what's up, Ryan Johnson? Great to see you. Hail to you, my friend. Oh, my goodness. I have some coffee here. Woo, hanging in there. I should, yeah, you're right. I should do I should do a what's up, Jerry Purchase here, hanging in there. Good job, guys. Yeah, I should do a tutorial like the classical front. Yeah, so one of the things we're gonna be doing here is we're gonna start in here with this big felt tip pen right here. God, I love one tons of. I use the Hunt Mapping Point 102. I remember all that stuff, man. It was so good. Now it's on YouTube. Let's see here. Which one was on VHS? Holy crap! Full circle. Yeah. Oh, it was. I had all of them. I had Lotus. Todd McFarlane Creates Lotus. I had what was it called? Comic Book Greats, Todd McFarlane, and then there was another one called Facts and Illusion. Todd McFarlane, Facts and Illusion. Oh my gosh, Jennifer Grover, thank you so much for the Canadian $10. I appreciate it. Oh, hey, hon, thank you for shouting me out. I love what you do, gorgeous. Thank you, Jennifer. I do appreciate it so much. Thank you. Really do appreciate it. The groomsman's laughing. Yeah, because my invitation probably, hey, Bert. Jay Bert's, hello there, honey. There you go. So, yeah, guys, it is, that stuff was crazy to me because that was the only way. I think about young kids now who can watch so many amazing artists at work. Aaron Lepresti does a great, art streams. Ethan does more and more art streams. Michael Bancroft does art streams. Eric Weathers does art streams. And I think how lucky they are to get to, have that fly on the wall, view of all of this stuff that's going on right now. It's incredible, and I sort of see it as, my responsibility when people are trying to define what we are, I think it's always important for us to remind them what we do, because that says a lot more about who we are than words ever do. We make comic books in Comicsgate. We do. We fund them. Don't believe me? Take a look at the campaigns. Take a look at all of the people. Look at those numbers of people who are committed to making these comic books come to reality, and they know these creators. They spend time with these creators, and they understand the craftsmanship and the dedication that goes into the work. Then take a look at the YouTube channels of all of the artists working, showing the hours they're putting in, streaming, making videos, helping other people make videos and intro videos and titles and all that stuff. This is a group of people that are about making things, not tearing things down, not destroying things. And every time you guys back us, whether it's with super chats or whatever these things are, I don't know, super thanks. I'm like, what the heck is that? I don't know what that is. Super stickers and all the ways to do it. But also the main thing is backing the projects and helping to get the word out. All that stuff, it does so much. It moves mountains. All of these things, excuse me, all of these things in abundance do wonders for artists' lives and for this culture, that stuff like this exists. Because if we're able to do these things and show these things to people, that means some kid who can only afford YouTube and might not be able to afford the fanciest art classes or the fanciest art school is getting the same experience that you would get at those places. I know, because I used to work in all those places. And that puts a smile on my face. You know, and people, by the way, like me in boxing and other things, who just love to watch people and love the idea of gaining skill in trades, who do probably totally different trades. Whatever you do, sometimes it's fun to watch somebody else do the thing that they specialize in. I love watching people who are musicians. I love watching people who are electricians. I love watching people who build houses. All of that stuff fascinates me because it's a skill I don't have, but we're speaking the same language. You know, that language of, acquired mastery over time and dedication. And that's what makes me excited when I'm writing and I'm working on this project. You know what I mean? That's the cool thing about it. Let's see. The groomsman, hey, honey, nice to see you. Ryan Johnson. Wow, my glasses are my vision's starting to go. I think I'm falling asleep. We know how to have fun and can laugh at ourselves. Absolutely. And you know what? Someone said that to me. What's the difference between a comedian who can survive that very difficult field and one who can't? It's not that you can make people laugh. It's that you can make people laugh incredibly well, top tier, but also laugh at yourself. Because if you can't laugh at yourself, you're just going to go crazy. And you have to every now and again just sit down and laugh when things are completely nuts. That's how it works. Oh, thank you, Jennifer Grover. I appreciate that. Hail Ryan Johnson and Jordan Horst. There are so many skills I don't have. I feel the same way about so many things. And I always say, I'm just going to try to chip away at the ones I want, and there's only one life. I'm going to try to make sure I celebrate beauty every chance I get. The awesome thing is when I pull a new comic from my unread stack and immediately think about how much I know the creators. Oh man, that just put a big smile on my face. I'm the same way. Immediately think about how much I know the creators and how excited I know they were to make this. That is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful point, man. And I agree. I'm the same way, man. We are kindred spirits. Your vision is starting to go because it's getting blocked by your eyelids. It's totally true, man. I'm falling asleep, but it is what it is. Yes, absolutely. Adios, Cranberry Langers. Take care, my friend, and have a good one. John, Jennifer Grover, that's why we have others to help us. Absolutely right. Amen. Yeah, have a great weekend, evening yourself, darling. Cranberry Langers, Teflon on. All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. I know there's some other people streaming, I'm assuming, and I got to go get something to eat or drink before I pass out. But I want to say this to you. Oh, my gosh, Random McRanderson, you wild man. What have we got here? Glazing demo tutorial when have a Slim Jim. I doff my cap to you and all of you amazing people who've been super chatting. You guys are amazing. I will do one, and I will eat a Slim Jim while I do a glazing demo tutorial. I promise you that, my friend. This is all, sadly, Slim Jim money. You know how it is. Bye, the groomsman. Yes, take care of the groomsman. Much love. Rest in peace, Sean's energy. Lord Ravener. Sean, hey, what's up, Lord Ravener? It's great to see you, man. Oh, my gosh. These guys are getting crazy in here. Jennifer Grover. John, oh my God, I think I need more help than most. John, laugh out loud. I was just about to dip out. I'll wait for the end. There you go. Stephen Rockwood, drawings, laughing. Hello, Lord Ravener. Good night, all. Check out the Diaz Brothers show. That's right. Balshanth in chat. Absolutely. And actually, let me make sure I do this for you, Admiral, before you go. Had to be done. Aaron Anderson, thank you for the continued inspiration. Aaron Anderson, my pleasure. Thank you for the continued inspiration. I do appreciate it. Ballers tonight. Yes, there's Ballers. There's the Diaz Brothers show. There's so much great content coming from CG, guys. Please go check it out. Tell everyone you go to that Sean says hello. I will probably be half asleep and trying to type in the chat, but much love to all of you guys. You guys are the best, and thank you. Just keep doing what you're doing, guys, and I'll keep doing what I'm doing, and we'll have a great time, I promise. Glad to see you, brother. Get some rest, man. Absolutely will, guys. Absolutely will. And thank you for all your support. Thank you for backing all of these books. There's the link to the Diaz Brothers right here, guys. Make sure you go and check it out. I think they're streaming right now. Tell them that Sean sent you, and tell them that you come bearing waffles. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for everything today. I'm going to keep working, keep painting, and you guys are inspiring me so much. So take care, guys, and I will see you guys soon. And we'll close out, as we always do, with our song.
Here's a little something for you busters. Yeah.
You're not even learning anything on the street.
Yeah.
You think I'm stupid, son?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say to you, boy?
Yeah.
Do you?
What's up with that?
Look at me, damn it!
Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. What's up with
You
that?
smoke crack, don't you?
Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack.
Look at me, boy!
Hey to
You
you,
smoke crack, don't you?
don't even smoke crack.
You know what that does to you? Huh? You smoke crack, don't you?
Smoke crack.
Go on and do it expeditiously.
What's up with that?
It kills your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells.
Don't even smoke crack.
No guts, huh?
I apologize. I forgot you were there. You may go now.